House of Underdog Talk, man. House of Underdog Pod, man. We is back with another one, man. Nothing better than fight nights and playoff sports, man. Playoff sports and fight nights, man. We coming close to that playoff time, man, for that NBA. Some new news. We're gonna start by conference. In the East, Detroit still has that number one spot. Cade is obviously out with his collapsed lung or whatnot. But, they're still going to hold on to that number one spot. I do think they still might be a fluke in the playoffs. But we'll see. I just think they going to need, outside of Cade, they going to need some. And they've been playing great basketball as a team. But playoffs is different. I just got to see it. I do think they're a fluke in the playoffs, though. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they prove me wrong, though. Boston, second in the East. Boston low-key the favorite. Tatum coming back, being able to get them games under his belt, get that rhythm back intact. I like it for Boston. New York, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think, obviously they went to the conference finals last year, but I don't know. I mean, I think they can be beat. But I also think they can beat some good quality teams, but I'm not really sold on the Knicks, honestly. Cleveland, I like their team, but I'm not really sold on them either. I think Harden is the X factor because you traded him for Garland. Obviously, Garland is much younger. So we'll see. We kind of know what Harden is in the playoffs. He will give you some great games. But we just got to see. I do think he is the X factor, but again, I'm not really sold on them. I'm not necessarily sleeping on them either, though. Atlanta, I like Atlanta, though. I like the Hawks. I think the Hawks, they can get anybody in the East to run for their money. They got the bodies to go lineup for lineup. They got the depth. I like the Hawks. I like a healthy Philly, too. I love a healthy 76ers. If you can get Embiid healthy, Paul George been hooping. That boy 8-ball P. But if you can get a healthy Embiid, keep P in this rhythm, like that 25-game suspension was the best thing that can happen to Paul George. Being able to heal, recover, and just get in that gym and get in that lab and work. Hell yeah. Toronto, I think they're a couple pieces away from being able to like really, really be a contender. Being able to compete in that East. Charlotte, I think they're a sleeper. I think they a piece away, though. I think they still need a big, and they starting big, been playing solid, but I think Charlotte is a piece away from really like, raising people's eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? I think if they was a matchup with Detroit in the first, I think Detroit can get them out of there. I do think Charlotte can beat Detroit, though. You know what I mean? But I'm not sleep on Charlotte. I can say that. I'm for sure not sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're a piece away. Orlando, I think they can sneak up on a couple teams and give them a run for their money. I think Paolo needs to be, I don't know, man. I think Paolo been having kind of a down year this year. I fuck with Paolo too. I don't know if he really even happy over there in the O. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, honestly. I don't know if it's the coaching he don't like or the personality that they're surrounded by. I don't really know. I don't know. Miami, I like Miami. I think Miami can give any team in the East a run for their money. I think they got the depth. They might be one of the deepest teams in the East. Yeah, I like Miami. Don't let that 10th seed shit fool you. They'll give anybody in the East a run for their money, for sure. So I really like Atlanta and Miami out the East. But Boston, to me, is the favorite. You know what I'm saying? Out the East. Out the West, OKC's going to be OKC. They still the best team in the NBA. They the defending champs. Spurs, we got to see, but because we ain't seen them in the playoffs, but they legit. You know what I mean? You'll be a fool if you sleeping on them. Lakers, big news for them. Luka's out for the rest of the regular season. AR's out for the rest of the regular season. Granted, it's only about 4-5 games left, but going into playoff time, that's not so good. You know what I'm saying? I think Luka had to go to another type of medical treatment people over there where he from just to get a second look, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not too much good news, but if they can get Luka and AR back, that'd be very beneficial for that ball club. But we just gotta see what Lakerland right now, man. It's a toss up as far as I don't know what they're gonna be going into the playoffs health wise. So Denver, I like Denver. I think they got the best player in the NBA on their team, arguably. Jamal Murray's been having a hell of a year. They can continue to ramp up with their health. They're going to be scary coming into the playoffs. Houston, I'm not really sleep on them. I know they had some rough pouches this year, but every team kind of does. Some get blown up a little more than other teams, but I'm not necessarily sleep on Houston. You know what I mean? But I do think they can definitely be beat first round, though. If it was the end today, I think Denver can put them out, because that's if it ended today. You know what I'm saying? They'll play Denver, and I think Denver can beat them. But I'm not sleep on them like that. Minnesota, I think if they can, get Ant-Man healthy as possible and figure out the right combination of lineups they want to use going into the playoffs, I think that'll be beneficial for that ball club. They can pretty much get anybody that run for their money besides OKC and San Antonio. I think OKC and San Antonio is the clear favorites out the West. Denver is a team you got to watch out for, though. Phoenix, I'm sleep on Phoenix. Honestly, I'm sleep on Phoenix. I fuck with Dylan the Villain for sure. I fuck with Booker, Jay Green. I fuck with the whole team. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a little sleep on them. I think they gonna need that real point guard, and I'm just kind of sleep. I ain't gonna lie. Clippers, just not they matchup. You know what I mean? If they was to make it, they gonna have to play OKC or the Spurs, and I just don't like the matchup. I like the Clippers though. I like what they did this season, being able to start off 6-21, build great momentum, make a great 2 trades, and you flip that with Darius Garland and Ben. So, and Kawhi's been having a hell of a year, a very great year, probably his best career to date in his career. So, best year of his career, I'm sorry. Very efficient, MVP-like. And we know he's in the playoffs, but I just don't like this matchup. I'm not going to lie. Portland, I think Portland can give any one of them teams in the play-in around for their money. They sneaky deep. Drew Holiday's over there, so they got that, championship pedigree. They sneaky. I think they can definitely sneak in for sure. Golden State, Curry just came back last night. Had a great game. Unfortunately, I think they fell short. But yeah. If Golden State would have made better moves at the deadline and at the buyout market time, it would have, managed that Kuminga shit better. I would have had a little hope in them. I don't think, obviously Jimmy out. You know what I'm saying? Porzingis in and out the lineup. He's been playing them lately. I just don't think they got enough. And even if they was to get in, I don't like the matchup. So, yeah, man. House of Underdog talk, man. House of Underdog pod. Obviously, OKC and the Spurs out the Western Conference to meet up somehow in that conference finals. I like Atlanta. I like Miami. I like a healthy Philly. In Boston coming out that East. You feel me? But we gonna see, man. End of the regular season is approaching us. MVP. We're going to say that for another vid, man. House of Underdog Talk, House of Underdog Pie, man. Stay tuned.